welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, thank you for subscribing. If you aren't new, thank you for continuing to watch. Today we are going to be talking about the things they don't tell you after you get lipo and BBL. They just don't tell you the stuff, so you don't know to expect it, and it's just like, what is this? So I have 10 things that I am going to let you guys know that they do not tell you once you leave surgery. They do not tell you this information. So I feel like this information will be helpful for you so that you will know what to expect after you have surgery. So the first one is itching. Now I've had a breast reduction, so I know itching was going to come along with the healing process. But honey, the itching is a different type of itching. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. And they say not to scratch, but bruh, you gonna scratch. So what you would need to do is make sure that you get some Benadryl pills or Benadryl cream. I had Benadryl pills, but I wish I would have had both. The itching is horrible. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Like, it's so bad. So know that when the itching comes, go ahead and take some Benadryl because you're gonna need it. Second one is dizziness. Please, please, please make sure that you are hydrated, because there are going to be lots and lots of times where you feel like you're about to pass out, and most likely it's because you're dehydrated. So please make sure you drink as much water as possible. Make sure that you eat as much protein as possible. Make sure you drink your Pedialyte. Get yourself together, because I could not stand up for longer than 10 minutes before I was going to pass out. Like, I was drinking water, but apparently I wasn't drinking enough. So at least try to drink a gallon, because you just went through a traumatic situation. So you want to make sure that your body is able to adjust to those changes so that you won't have as much as a bad experience with the dizziness as I did. Massages. I know they were saying like the massages aren't bad. Just take some Tylenol before you get to your massages and you're gonna be okay. I did take Tylenol, and Tylenol does not work. Or maybe it just didn't work for me. I don't know, but no, Tylenol didn't do nothing. The pain level of the massages would be a 10. Like, I was about to pass out twice. Now, when they massaged my back, you know, it was painful, but it wasn't that bad. But when they had to put me on my knees in order to massage my stomach, I felt awful. Like, the pain was so bad to the point where I was about to pass out during my massages as well. So just be prepared for that. The massages are not good. And if you got somebody that's really massaging you the way that you need to be massaged, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So please be prepared for that, because I couldn't get used to it. Fat necrosis. So, fat necrosis is the fat that doesn't survive die, which makes the hard spot in your stomach. Ways to avoid that is to make sure that you're getting 2 to 3 massages a day. A day. Not one massage a day. That's why I wasn't understanding when people say they were getting 1 massage a week. No ma'am. You need at least 2 to 3 massages a day. If you're going to a professional, let the professional do your massages, and then you could do 2 more massages at home. But yeah, make sure that you get your massages in there, because if you don't, you may get those hard spots, and sometimes it'll get bad if you don't catch it early. It could get bad to where you have to get surgery in order to get it removed. So please make sure that you are getting your massages. They are very, very, very important. My knees and my elbows. I was not expecting this because a lot of people don't speak on this, but my knees and my elbows are so tender. Well, now that I'm sitting on my butt, they're not as sore. Like, they're not as sore. But in week 4, 5, and 6, bruh, my knees, I'm gonna insert a video so that you guys can see what my knees look like. And my elbows have turned black and they're hard. I use cocoa butter, I use cocoa oil, I use aloe. I use so much different stuff to try to get my elbows to soften and get the color back because they look bad. So just be aware that your knees and your elbows, from having to not be able to sit on your butt, it is going to be sore. Your knees are going to be so weak. It's ridiculous. Like, it's bad. It's bad. So what I would advise you to do is get you some knee pads. They had knee pads on the BBL supply list that I had, but I'm like, I don't need knee pads, blah, blah, blah. I just put a pillow on my knees. I should have listened. Please get knee pads and get elbow pads as well. A lot of lists don't have them, but the list I had them. And I just was like, I don't need this. Like, I knew what I was talking about. Like, I had surgery before. But I should have listened because my knees are black. And my knees just look bad now. Like, I have scratches and everything on my knees. Like, okay, so this I was not expecting from guys. Like, I've always gotten this type of attention, so guys coming to me wasn't the issue. But I think they noticed a difference in my butt. And it's like, I get asked 24/7, is your butt real? Is your butt real? You look pretty, but is your butt real? Is your butt real? Why is that important to you? Like, I don't like being asked that because to me, I don't feel like my body is fake only because I don't have any plastic or anything that I wasn't born with inside of my body. I just got that transferred from one area to the next. For example, if you transfer your money from your savings account to your checking account, it's still your money. Like, it's still yours. So that's why I don't like to answer that question, because guys automatically feel like you have something inside of your butt, such as butt injections, or like they feel like it's something in there, something plastic or some type of butt shots. And I'm like, they're not very knowledgeable on BBLs. So it gets very annoying to hear that in my inbox every day. So just know that you're going to get that 24/7. Fajas. I'm ready to square up with this faja because I can't do it. This faja about to get these hands because I didn't think, when people were saying like the fajas are annoying, oh my God, I'm just like, they're just being dramatic, because I used to waist train about 4 years ago, and that did not bother me at all. I used to waist train all the time. So I was like, this is gonna be easy for me. I've done this before. It ain't the same thing. It is. I don't know if it was because I was sore that's what was bothering me, but the pain is not good. I don't like it. I hate it. I do not like you, Faha. I do not like you. We will never get along. We will never be friends. We will never be friends. I can't be your friend. You smother me. I don't like you. So just know that your faja is going to be annoying, but no matter how annoying it gets, just make sure that you stay in it. Compress, 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 compress. I went to my stage 2 faja till I reached the 3rd hook, and now I am finally in my waist snatcher slash waist shaper. I will post that here so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is what I now wear, and it gets super tight. I actually, in 2 days since I've worn it, I've been in it for 2 days, and I already lost an inch off my waist. So that lets you know how good it works. Like, it works. I love it. So I wouldn't definitely say you need to go into a stage 3 faja or to get your faja taken in. I would not. I mean, that's up to you if you feel like that's what you want to do. But I'm not paying $150 to get my faja taken in. I'm not. Do you not know what I can do with $150? For my 2nd stage faja was $150. So you think I'm about to go get it taken in for $150? No, that's crazy. My waist shaper was like 30 bucks. And it works amazing. Amazing. It is amazing. I will put the link down below. So if you guys would like to purchase that after you're through with your stage 2 faja, you can definitely purchase it from the link below. The next one would be appetite change. Before surgery, I didn't really eat like that. Like, I was dieting. I lost 40 pounds in 2019, and since then, even before then, I was not eating that much. I used to eat like once a day. I never ate breakfast. I would eat like in the middle of the day, and then that's it. But after surgery, it's like I was eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. I was eating at midnight. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I was not understanding. And week 8 was finally the week where I wasn't eating like a pig. And even though I ate like a pig, it's like I gained actually 2 inches in my butt because of how much I was eating. Like, I like the weight gain in my butt, but I was also gaining weight in my face. I still, like, it's going down a little bit. But the weight gain in my face was like, I'm like, oh no. Like, I'm not gonna have a banging body and then face big. Like, no, I don't like that. So I definitely have gotten to a point where I feel like my appetite is getting back to where it used to be. Like, it was awful. So just know that your appetite might change. You might be the type that don't eat anything. You have to force your appetite. And then there are those like me who was eating like a pig. Like, I was eating so much food. I feel like I was eating like a pregnant person. Like, when you're pregnant, you understand. Like, when you're a pregnant person, you cannot get full. You just want to eat everything. And that's how I was. And I'm like, what is this? Why am I eating like this? But yeah. And last but not least, the smell of the fluid that's coming out of your body. It smells. So you're gonna smell for at least 2 weeks. And it's awful. Like, you're gonna want to take 2 or 3 showers a day. It smells so bad. Thankfully, my doctor, who is Dr. Kagan, gave me a drain. Like, I was very thankful for that, because that smell is awful. It's bad. It's very bad. It's so bad. And the reason why I know that is because me and my sister had surgery together, and my doctor gave me a drain, so I didn't have a lot of fluid come out of me, because he injected 5,000 cc's of fluid and he flushed out 4,000 cc's of fluid. So I didn't have that much fluid as everybody else would have if they did not get a drain. But my doctor gave me a drain because I only had that 1,000 cc's of fluid to flush out. But my sister, on the other hand, didn't have a drain. They don't require drains, so all of her fluid was, you know, going on her faja and on the Chuck's pads and stuff like that. And the smell, it's the smell for me. I can't listen. I was so thankful. Like, at first I didn't want to drain, but after having the experience of what it's like to have a drain and what it's like not to have a drain, I'm very thankful for you, Kagan, because I would not be able to deal with that. And y'all, it's so bad. Like, even with the little bit of fluid I had come out, that smell was just so bad. Like, no, I don't like it. But guys, that was the 10 things that I did not know prior to having surgery. And I did all my research, so I thought I knew what I was going into. I'm like, oh, I did my research, I know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. But them 10 things that I named, I did not know. So I felt like it would be informative for me to make a video so you guys can be aware of what you could expect coming out of surgery. If you have any questions for me, you can comment them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. But again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will be back soon for another video.